Hello, today I'm going to be answering your questions concerning my dance career. Here we go. Introduce yourself and tell us what sports you practice. My name is Houssni mijem and I am a dancer. How long have you been involved in dance? It's been a long time that I can't even remember. But what I do remember is that dancing was a part of my life since day one. How did you decide to start your dance career and why? I didn't decide to dance. I choose to dance because dancing answered a lot of my questions, which is the first big why. Because dancing was my way out. I wanted to discover the world and see if I potentially can change my life for the better as an artist, which I didn't know that I was back then. Second question. If I if you had to describe your passion in 3 words, what would you say? I think nobody can describe his passion in 3 words, at least not me. But I would give it a try. And I would say it's a life savior, it's a mind opener, a teacher, and it's a healer. What does dance bring to your life? Dance is like a therapy for me. Um, it brought a lot of joy, compassion, um, self-reliance, self-resilience, and most importantly, self-love. How many times a week do you train, and what is the typical training for a dancer? Um, do you mean how many times a week I do not train? Actually, I train every single day, and I take it very, very seriously. And what I take very, very seriously is my practice, because without practice, you cannot get to your highest level. You can get advice and tips and from coaches and trainers and choreographers, but if you don't take this training and practice it to take it to the next level, you will not. You can't be amongst the best. You cannot. You would never be amongst the top. So you need to focus on your training, which takes a lot of energy, a lot of sweat, a lot of focus. Yeah. So you need to be giving it 100%. Do you have any special dietary restrictions? If so, what are they? Yes. As a dancer, it's very complicated. Why? Because when you are home, you eat whatever you want, which means you choose what you put on your plate from carbs, protein, fats, and all these things. I like to have my plate very different. Um, but when you are on a tour, you just eat what you have, not what you want. So it's a little bit complicated. But as soon as I go back, I I just eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. I use some detox, just detoxify all the bad that I get while I was in the tour. So it works like this. Yeah. How did you manage to combine studies and dance? Since I stopped my studies, I decided to do dance as a career because I didn't have a choice. But studying, I never stopped studying because I knew that I can't do dance only practically and not theoretically. I needed to know everything about what I'm doing, which is choreography, dance company, performances, body, and uh, and I needed to know about the philosophy that goes around the art word. So I read a lot, and I surrounded myself with books. What do you think would be the ideal next step in your career? Um, the ideal next step of my career would be to master my craft in order to pass it on to another dancers as a choreographer or a performer or as a dancer. Yeah, just to master it. What advice would you give to the beginners? If you decide to, or if you choose dance as a career, You have to know that it's a very, very hard way to go. And you have to sacrifice everything: your time, your family, your energy, your money, and you just have to give it your heart because dancing for me is like a tree fruit. Sometimes it bears or it produces fruits every year, and sometimes every other year. It, it depends on how you treat it. So just treat it well, and it will treat you well. Okay? Thank you.